All right, now he is a man that has been described to be shooting from the hip and taking no prisoner. I'm talking about Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua. In an interview that has just ended a few minutes ago, he was talking to the press on a number of issues, from freedom of the press, matters governance, and also the cost of living. And I'd just like to take a look at, just a summary of what he was talking about in regards to that particular interview. On issues to do with the press, the Deputy President did say, he was asked about the freedom of the press, and he said the administration of William Ruto believes in all freedoms, including the freedom of the press. And the fact that 6 media stations were there interviewing him is testimony of the faith in the freedom of the press. Now, he said the media plays a critical role in informing and educating Kenyans. He also continued to say that he requests the media to be fair, just like they are free to criticize government and to criticize anything under the sun. They must also allow people to criticize them. And also he also affirmed that where they do well, they will encourage and point out also where they are failing. That is Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua in regards to the media. He did say that media are actually run by cartels, and he was being asked about that particular question, whether the media has the freedom to do their job in the country. This also comes at the backdrop of that is Senator Aaron Cheriot, the Senate majority leader in this, the majority leader rather in the Senate, was speaking in regards to the media, saying that the Ruto administration is keen to making sure that they deal with the cartels in the media industry. The Deputy President also spoke about issues to do with governance, and he was asked in regards to him, the government rather, meeting with the opposition members of parliament and what that was leading to, and he said he had no intention to muzzle the opposition, and they want to strengthen the opposition. He also said there will be no handshake with anybody. If people in the opposition want to talk on matter development, they are welcomed, but they will not be allowed to join government. All right. Now, he did mention some time back that the government of William Ruto is being run like a company, and those people who have shares are the ones that are going to be considered first. On this particular issue, the Deputy President said, well, governments across the world come in with their own people when they form government. Now, they do not go to look for people outside. They look for them they look among them to know exactly who they are going to give particular positions. On the cost of living, the Deputy President did say when they came into office, the cost of unga was between 230 to 250, and at the time there was a subsidy rather, and they say they have worked hard, and now unga is between 170 to 191. They say we decided as a government that subsidizing consumption is foolish because it's not sustainable. That is just some of the issues that the Deputy President was responding to and also speaking about in that particular interview. Welcome to the program tonight. My name is Brian Amwai. Sign language interpreter is Philista Adundo. These are the top stories tonight.
I'm ready to cooperate until sisi wote tujue what happened to Jeff.
Tonight on Look Up Weekend, DJ FATXO now claims he reached out to Muadhi's family over his death. Kakamega man discovers body of a 37-year-old woman decomposing in his house. Also tonight, Interior CS Kithure Kindiki has ordered residents living in areas prone to banditry to vacate by Monday. And Raila takes his anti-government rallies to Mombasa as Ruto remains adamant to Raila's push. All right, now be sure to engage us on our social media. That is at Amwai Brian on Twitter, at Lookuptv. The hashtag we are using tonight is LookUpWeekend. We are also live on Facebook and on YouTube. Be sure to send your feedback there, and we'll be able to sample some of it as we continue with the program tonight, whereby you'll be telling us exactly what you think about the stories we are running tonight, and also that interview that just concluded a few minutes ago of Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua. What is your take home? What do you make of that particular interview? Our sign language interpreter tonight is Philista Adundo. Now, an investigation into the murder of Geoffrey Muadhi continues. Lawrence Juguna, alias DJ FATXO, now one of the suspects rather in the murder, now says he wasn't involved even as homicide detectives from the Directorate of Criminal Investigations take over the case, as Ian Ketani now reports.
Nearly 2 weeks after the death of Geoffrey Mwathi, a man whose death caused uproar on social media, Lawrence Njuguna, also known as DJ FATXO, yet again distanced himself from the matter, insisting that he was not in any way involved.
It's me who went and reported. We went with Jeff to my house, and then I immediately left with 3 ladies. Then later, coming back after a few hours, finding that Jeff is not in the house and the others are there, I am the one who actually went with them to the police station to report that Jeff is missing.
23-year-old Mwathi is said to have accidentally fallen from the 10th floor of Redwood Apartments at the Safari Park estate.
And then there is also this other issue that is going on. Yenye inapita kila mahali inasema, I didn't mourn the demise ya Jeff. I reached out. Hata mimi tu ndo mwenye niliambia familia yao about Jeff is normal. And I actually contacted them and told them I would have supported them, wazike mtoto wao na tushikanie na wao, because it was something that hata mimi inanihuzunisha.
According to statements filed by the 2 men present at his house during the incident, the late Mwathi jumped to his death, claims that Mwathi's family dismissed, saying the suicide narrative was a cover-up.
I've known Jeff for 2 years. He was selling shoes to me, and I've bought like so many pairs of shoes from Jeff since 2021. And then all I can say is that he could tell me once I used to go to his shop, the way you see these interiors, it's me who've made these.
Njuguna's lawyer, Ndegwa Njiru, insisted on the innocence of their client, with the Mugithi singer saying he was ready to cooperate with the investigative officers.
We are here because we have cooperated with the institutions that entails or doing the investigations surrounding the demise of Jeff. And we are here to tell the world that our client has nothing to hide.
Mimi, I am so willing to cooperate with the detectives, DCI, and kila mtu mwenye ako hapo hivyo. I'm ready to cooperate until sisi wote tujue what happened to Jeff. God bless you so much. And for Kenyans and my fans, keep on praying for me. This thing is so hard, but we will emerge victorious. God bless.
Ian Ketani, Lookuptv.
All right, now away from that, a family in Bukondi area, Ikolomani constituency, Kakamega County, is seeking justice and police intervention to unearth the mystery surrounding the death of their kin who went missing September last year, only for her decomposing body to be found buried in a homestead in the nearby village of Shibunami. Now, the deceased, Rosa Kamoya, who is 37 years of age, a mother of 4, was in the company of the younger sister and disappeared in the village, only to be found by the owner of the house.
Mimi nilihuzunika mpaka nikawaza. Wakati nilipigiwa simu, nikauliza nyinyi mnasema nini? Mpaka nyinyi mmekuwa wenda simu. Na wakasema dada yako amepotea. Kweli ilikuwa last week Friday. Tulienda kwa maombi. Kwenda kwa maombi nikawaambia, "Ai, dada yangu ameoza na hajulikani mahali penye yako." Na wenye tulikuwa nao wakaniambia, "Hivi karibuni mtapata, lakini hatakuwa sawa." Na mimi naona Mungu amefanya kama Mungu. Kama angeleta huyu kijana, hatudhani kama tungepata mtoto wetu. Tungempata hata siku moja. Hako na watoto 4, mtoto mkubwa huyu mzee amehangaika, ameingiza form 1 juzi. Ikiwa kweli sisi wote ni wazazi na ukitendea hivyo mtoto wa mwenzako, ufike kujua pia wewe kesho yatatendeka kwako.
Nilipokuwa nachimba matope sasa mchanga ya kukanyaga, nikaona kitu imefungiwa kwa gunia. Sasa nikastuka nini. Kitu kaniambia guza. Kitu ya kwanza mganga nikataza, nikamwambia hapana, hebu nikuze nijue ni nini. Nikaguza hivi. Kuguza hivi kupendwa hii gunia, nikapata kitu kama damu imejipaka tu kwa hiyo gunia hapo chini. Kando ni kitu kama shimo imeingia side ya huku hivi. Mganga akaniambia hapana, toka hapo. Ependo uite mtu mwenye amegua akuangalilie. Sikukaa. Nilichukua hatua ya kwenda kuita mamangu hapa jirani. Akakuja akukataa. akuja akanionea. Bila alikuja akaangalia, akaniambia hapana, mimi siwezi angalia kitu, tutafute mtu mwingine atuangalilia. Bahati mzuri, Mungu naye anajua. Kuna mzee alikuwa analima hapo juu. Sasa alikuwa amemaliza. Alikuwa akiteremka hivi akienda hapa chini. Tukamwita, hakukataa akakuja. Yeye ndiye alikuja akafungua hiyo gunia. Kuangusha hii gunia hivi chini, tukapata ni kichwa.
All right, now we pray for justice for that particular family. Now, away from that, to matter security, Interior CS Kithure Kindiki has ordered residents living in areas prone to banditry to vacate by Monday. Now, in a statement, Kindiki said security agencies have been undertaking intelligence gathering to establish the nature bandits are using to operate. According to Kindiki, hundreds of heavily armed bandits are hiding in remote and inaccessible areas. Some of the areas the CS ordered residents to vacate include Koron Hills, Tandare Valley and Silale Georges in Baringo County. Interior Cabinet Secretary Professor Kithure Kindiki has ordered residents to vacate some parts of the North Rift region in 24 hours. Kindiki has also issued a stern warning that whoever will be found in the said areas will be treated as a criminal by the security agencies.
The above specified spaces are hereby declared scenes of crime, and any person found therein from Monday 13th March 2023, 8:30 hours, will be treated as a suspect of armed banditry or as a suspect of aiding and abetting banditry or as an accessory after the fact. Everyone must get out.
According to CS Kindiki, the specified areas are also home to dangerously armed criminals.
It is further ordered as follows: that apart from aircrafts taking part in the ongoing security operation, low altitude overflight by any other aircraft over any of their four specified areas is hereby banned.
The move comes after 6 people were attacked and injured while one killed in Buru County.
Ule mwenzangu mwenye hayuko kwa saizi, mwenye nachunga naye mbuzi, alipoteza maisha. Kuna mwingine hajapatikana paka na leo. Sijui huyo sasa alipelekwa wapi. Alipelekwa mahali fulani akawawa ama walipeleka akiwa hai, sijajua sasa. Paka na leo sasa nasikia hajapatikana. Mimi niliamka kama kichwa inaniuma. Sasa mimi kitu nikaniambia mimi usiende leo kwa mbuzi. Nikalala, sasa nikaamka late. Kuangalia msitu hivi nikaona wapokote sasa wanakimbia, wanataka kublock sasa kwa upande ya kijiji kupeleka sasa watu sasa.
We had 6 other patients. 3 of them were treated as outpatient and discharged. We still have 2 others, one with a fracture left upper arm. He's on a back slab.
Defense CS Aden Duale on Sunday reiterated the government's commitment in dealing with banditry and the Al-Shabaab menace that have become a thorn in the flesh of Kenyans.
And as a government, we will make sure, from banditry to terrorism, we will smoke out, we will deal with everybody. So the people of Northern Kenya, you must get this one right for me. We will invest in the best of our special teams to deal with banditry and to deal with terrorism. For Kenya to prosper, for the economy to grow, for our children to go to school, we must have peace and security.
Brian Amwai, Lookuptv, Nairobi. All right, now away from that, President William Ruto on Sunday told off the Azimio leader Raila Odinga that the law on the constitution of IEBC will not be bent to suit his demands. Ruto said the constitution was clear on the process to be used in the formation of the IEBC. the head of state rather, has however shown interest and welcomed Odinga to work with him for the unity of the country.
Speaking during a Thanksgiving prayer service in Tharaka Nithi County, President William Ruto seems to slowly embrace his cardinal competitor Raila Odinga in his quest.
Mimi vile nimesema tuko tayari kushirikiana na viongozi wote wa taifa letu la Kenya. Wale wa serikali, wale wa upinzani, tupange mambo ya maendeleo ya Kenya. Mambo hiyo ya ingine sisi hatuko pale.
Ruto has however reiterated that he will not allow Azimio leaders to go against the rule of law.
Wale watu wote ambao wamechaguliwa katika hiyo kamati ambayo itachagua IEBC ilichaguliwa kulingana na sheria na katiba ya Kenya. Wale wananiambia niwache kufuata sheria na niwache kufuata katiba, ati nifuate mambo yao ya ubinafsi ile wanataka ambayo haiko katika sheria, jameni, hiyo sitafanya.
Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has called out Azimio la Umoja leader Raila Odinga for planning to weaken the government through his public demonstrations.
Wewe mzee ya maandamano, piga kelele kutoka asubuhi mpaka jioni. Na ujue hata ukipiga kelele mambo ya handshake hakuna. Na hata ukijaribu kuletewa mlango ya nyuma kwa rais, mimi niko pale kwa hiyo compound nazunguka hapo.
Our president has never and will never be a coward. And you know you cannot give in to that man. We are behind you.
Kitu atuambii ni moja tu, atuambii gharama yenye inapunguzwa ilipandishwa na nani. Lazima hii conversation tuseme William Ruto punguza. Yule alipandisha naye ni nani? Wakisema hivyo tutakuwa tumeendelea na hiyo discussion vizuri.
Interior CS Kithure Kindiki has also insisted that he will not allow anyone to go against the law and cause havoc in the country.
Lazima kila mtu hata awe nani, lazima afanye maswala yake na mambo yake kwa mujibu wa katiba na sheria ya nchi yetu.
Agriculture in the county has received a major boost, with the president promising to invest more in the county.
Vile vile kuhakikisha kwamba kahawa, chai, avocado, macadamia, groundnuts na yale mimea zingine zote tunapanga vile itafanyiwa aggregation kwa zile ambazo hazina aggregation, na vile tunapanga common user facilities ili tufanye value addition.
Despite President William Ruto seemingly showing interest of working with Azimio leaders to spearhead development in the country, his deputy Rigathi Gachagua has urged him not to allow them in the government. Indeed, future events will define the Kenya Kwanza government's stand regarding collaborating with the opposition principles. Samedika, Lookuptv.
All right, 15 minutes past the hour. That story by Sami Adika takes us to our first break here on the program. Don't go too far. We'll be back with more, including a feature story on beaded art. This is somebody who is using beads to actually do some quite good pieces of art. Don't go too far. We'll be back in a few.
How do women do it? Will the real superheroes please stand up? Welcome to the best show on all things women.
You can.
Now we have to tell you, on our show, we're not just talk. We're mothers, wives, working women, your hosts, and the list goes on.
We also know how to relax and have some fun. It's living the life.
Yes, it is.
Shiti! Shiti! Oh, kwa bafu nachelewa. Sijui ni yeye ndio ile otomani gani kasikia hivi. stadusi kwa manane.
Si ndoto. Imagine nimekata mita.
Ati mita?
Kamata mita instant na Lotto. Draws ni 24 daily, yani kila saa na 50 bob unashinda zaidi ya shilingi milioni 1. Sio ndoto, unangoja nini? Cheza Lotto, it could be you. Nenda kwa M-Pesa paybill number 77700. Andika neno Look kama account number. Cheza na kati ya shilingi 50 hadi shilingi 2000 na ushinde sasa. Round hii ni more draws, more cash and big wins na Lotto.
Over 18s only. Gaming can be addictive. Play responsibly. This message has been approved by the BCLB.
Are you a junior secondary school, a college, a TVET institution or a university, and you want to advertise your intake? Book now and advertise with us today on both Lookuptv and all our digital platforms. Call us today on 011 0430 158, 011 0430 158, or email us on sales@lookuptv.co.ke.
Thank you for staying with us. Now, Azimio Party leader Raila Odinga has asked his supporters in Mombasa County to turn out in large numbers for the planned demonstrations in Nairobi on the 20th of March.
After completing his support hunt in Homa Bay and Narok counties, the Azimio Party leader Raila Odinga embarked to his backyard of Mombasa County. Here, Odinga asked his supporters in the county to turn out in large numbers for mass action demos in the streets of Nairobi on 20th this month.
Tarehe 20 mtakuwa tayari? Mtakuwa tayari? Tumesema tunataka Wakenya wote Nairobi. Kuja ni Nairobi, mtakuja? Mtakuja? Angapo mtakuja nione mkono hapa.
Odinga accused President William Ruto of ignoring their demands, among them lowering the cost of living.
Tulisema kwa sababu wewe umekataa kuzukia onyo yetu. Tunaendelea sasa katika kiwango ya pili.
Lakini mbali hili tusije tukachanganya, kila mwananchi wa Kenya ana njaa. Wangapi wamelala njaa, nataka nione jameni.
The Interior Cabinet Secretary Kithure Kindiki's recent warning against demonstrators have left a bitter taste in Odinga's mouth, as Kindiki found himself in a receiving end, with the Azimio politicians asking him not to distract their demos.
Kuna yule jamaa anaitwa Kindiki ananitisha mimi adio Raila mpaka ajihadhari sana.
Lakini jambo muhimu, tusikubali to be confused by these people. We have one aim, ya kuona ya kwamba serikali bandia imeenda nyumbani.
Politicians demanded President William Ruto to terminate recruitment of the new IEBC commissioners, terming the process discriminatory.
Hiyo IEBC tumesema Ruto asidhubutu kuunda hiyo tume peke yake, sababu atakuwa ameanza kuiba kura ya 2020. Hiyo ndo tumesema this far and no further. Bwana Ruto, stop that illegal exercise.
The politicians vowed to pile pressure to the government, dismissing claims that they are after the ad check.
Wale ambao walituibia kura zetu, hatutaki watuite mazungumzo baba. Hatutazungumza na wezi. Sisi tunaingia Nairobi kutetea haki yetu. Wangapi wako tayari?
Shedrack Kareria, Lookuptv.
Right, now religious leaders in Kakamega County have asked President William Ruto to consult with the Azimio Party leaders for the sake of the country's peace. Now speaking in Butere, Kakamega County, the clergies now want Odinga to call off his planned mass action and embrace dialogue.
Na maandamano haipeleki kitu chochote
haiwezi kuinua economy, itarudisha economy chini kabisa. Tungependa kumuuliza kiongozi wa upinzani, inaitwa kiongozi wa upinzani, tuwe watu wa ku advise. Our Prime Minister, who is an elder in Kenya, and other elders, demonstration does not stabilize the economy. We can look for any other way as a dialogue.
And no one wants a handshake, no one wants a nusumkate. But you must acknowledge all leaders. You must be able to hear what are the legitimate concerns. In very tough times, even from the time of President Moi, decisions have been made that are bigger than an individual. This country is bigger than any one person. This is our country, all of us. And everyone must be made to feel as Kenyan as the other person. The politics of exclusion are not the politics of Kenya Kwanza. Kenya Kwanza's politics and leadership is politics of inclusion. And I know that is what the president stands for. Despite him being, there are people who are, because they're afraid. I don't know why they're afraid of unity.
Now, more than 100 elders from Kilifi County have received free medical services at Kairat Medical Center. Now, the center was launched 7 years ago to help the elderly access affordable medical services, which has been skyrocketing over the years. Now, Kilifi County government, through its Deputy Governor Flora Chibule, has vowed to partner with organizations so as to improve the health condition of the elderly.
We incur a cost of around 200 to 300,000 per month on just treatment. It has come to our attention that we need to reach out our national and county government partners and friends to make this noble act a success and extend our impact beyond Kilifi County to the neighboring counties and Kenya at large.
Wazee wanaambiana, ukikuwa msikitini saa 10 wanatoka nje, wakitoka kanisani, bishop sasa ile ushawapatia mawaidha mazuri, alafu wanatoka hapo wanaambiana, unaumwa na kichwa, mimi niko na kadi ya Khairati, mimi natibiwa, wewe hauna. Sasa ule mzee anakuja, mbona mmemchukua mzee huyu, mbona mjanichukua mzee mimi? Si ndio? Sasa tuko na 646 pending list, but because of our constraints in the aspect of how much we can help, we have helped 150, and we would like to add more people to our kitty. We want to add more people, even to get to 500 people.
Tunapata matibabu ya hali ya juu, madawa bure, kila kitu bure. Alhamdulillah, na uwezo ni huo. Unaujua siku hizi hali vile ilivyo. Lakini tuwashukuru.
Tuwashukuru hii hospitali ya Khairat kwa vile imetusaidia sana. Saa zingine tunakuja tunatibiwa bure. Mimi nilikuwa nimemaliza pesa. Lakini namshukuru huyu Daktari Mahfudhu na hospitali yake kwa ile huduma amekuwa akitusaidia sisi kama watu wazima, na hata kama huna kitu hata kutibu hivyo hivyo. Kwa hivyo si tuomba serikali ya kaunti na serikali kuu wawe wakiangalia hospitali kama hizi kuzisaidia na chochote kile iweze kuhudumia watu.
Now let's get sporty tonight. Kenya's under-20 athletic team showed a stunning performance in the East African Champions for under-20. Now the team collected an overall of 37 medals to top the table and win the general winners title. Now the championships were held at Benjamin Mkapa Stadium in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. Nondescripts wins the KRU Championship title after victory of 24-6 against the Lakeside Kisumu RFC. However, both teams have been promoted to the Kenya Cup log according to the Kenya Rugby Union guidelines.
Tough game, you know. Playing into the wind in the first half is really tough here. And we are really mature. We played a really mature game of rugby. You know, we tried to keep the ball low, play some territory in that first half, and know that we were going to get some good territory in the second half. And you know, Kisumu are a really tough side, so you just have to hang on. You know, and then the last 20 minutes, that's when we knew the game was going to break up and we'd be successful. So yeah, we're really proud of the boys. They've worked really hard all season, and so they got their benefits today. At times you just have to keep the ball or you have to play territory, and we did both really well in that second half. We kicked well, we put pressure on them when we needed to, and then we kept the ball when we needed to. And so just being patient, not getting kind of sucked into their game, not worrying too much about what they were doing. Yeah, so it was really positive. Well, we just have to keep building. You know, we've still got a really young team. We need to look at our personnel and who you know, our players, and if we can see whether we can strengthen in certain areas. But the reality is we've built a platform. We've put a game plan in place which we can develop, and I think will be good enough to play in Kenya Cup.
I think mchezo leo imekuwa mchezo mzuri. Nasema imekuwa a game of two halves where we played a better first half. Having a 5-3 score was beautiful. Again, we had a lapse of concentration in the second half, and the boys could not sustain the Nondis pressure. I can see the Nondis had prepared better, finishing the season unbeaten. So they had the upper hand in the second half. Tulilegeza kwa upande ya set pieces, and then tukawa to play most of their rugby in our half. Kidogo ikagwa vigumu kwetu sisi to get to their momentum, and so that's where I think where we lost it. Now that we've met the objective of the season, natumai tarudi kwenye drawing board, tujipange vyema. It's a tough league.
Now defending champions of the FKF Women Premier League, Thika Queens thrashed Kangemi Ladies 5-0. Now 2 goals from Shalene Opisa, 1 from Providence Mokola and Janet Mora, and an own goal from Joy Irungu were enough to secure a win for the league leaders.
After ile setback yenye tulipata last weekend, tuli rise up to the occasion, ndio tumepata ushindi wa leo. Haijakuwa game rahisi, imekuwa game ngumu sababu lazima mkitaka ushindi lazima mfight. So I think tumefightia ushindi. Yeah, tuko na shida ya attacking, especially wakati tumefika kwa third area ya opponent. Tuna tend ku rush. That's why unaona first half tulipoteza more chances na attackers wetu, but tuli rectify mapema.
Kitu mimi naweza kwanza congratulate the ladies, wametry leo, wamefight, but unfortunately our officiating imekuwa very poor, which imecause demoralization for the ladies to fight. So hapo tunaweza sema largely ni officiating imetake play.
Right, that's where we wrap it up here on Look Up Weekend. Good night and God bless you. My name is Brian Amwai. Sign language interpreter has been Philista Adundo.